Hello, I am Malini. I am here today to walk you through some of the presentation slides, and I hope that I can cover the basic and the essentials of what is required, especially within a short time frame, of where we are and what's happening around us today, and cover that in terms of quantum science and metaphysical point of view. However, before I start, let me acknowledge the divinity within each and every one of y'all and bow down to this energy which is around us in the form of light and love. Okay, so now in the first presentation now we are covering a bigger scale of the energy shift, which is in terms of the galactic source of energy. What is happening around is already an outcome which has been talked about many times. I've also covered it in the last workshop for BNI members in JP's premise. So as you can see where our solar system was at, it is in the presentation. It was out of the photonic belt. However, since 2012, our entire solar system has moved into the photonic belt. This is called the feminine energy of light. However, many people are unaware that this has already caused a big shift in consciousness since 2012, and a lot of people have been having more intense issues either in personal life or business due to the shift of consciousness and energy. What many do not know that this is also a financial reconciliation of Akashic records, which is also known as karma. This has been reconciled on a universal and also global scale. So an outcome of this, which has been forecasted and predicted by many, is what we see today that is happening around us. So December 2012, our solar system has fully entered into this photonic belt. Likewise, Earth is now entirely within the photonic belt as well. Modern science has only recently rediscovered what ancients has already said and talked about. It has been intensifying energy for many, and this is a shift of electromagnetic energy which is facilitating the shift of consciousness on a divine and on a human scale. As we know, I've talked about this to many, that we are not just matter. Matter is a constituent of the 5 elemental energetic patterns that we have. In metaphysics, or rather quantum science, we call this the cause and the formation of matter, which is the 5 elements. However, there are higher energetic energies that causes the existence of the 5 elements. In the Vedas, this also is known as gross magnetic energy, and this level of energy is known as the 3rd dimensional consciousness or matrix. This is being totally ripped apart at the moment, and as an outcome of this in spring, it is causing intense fear and security for many, because this is coming from the root chakra, and this will cause an intense changes. However, moving forward, what we know and what many have spoken about is that things will not be done in the normal scale anymore, because it's just not going to wake. So basically it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call to realize that we are just more than the body and more than the matter. And as such, I would like to cover quickly the presentations on where we are at and what may happen for the next 6 months in a very small exposure of the 12 zodiac signs. Okay, so moving on to the next slides. I'm just giving a rough indication of the Tesla Numerology here, which is pinpointed to the center, where this center is the dominating energy that is causing all the subsequent energies around to move. And 369 is considered the master number. It's the number of enlightened energy. I won't go in detail because there's just so many interpretations that can be talked about it, forecasted out of the shift. However, what I'm saying is that the earth has changed in consciousness, the earth has changed in its chakra systems, its ley lines. So areas and places and a city that may have been doing well may or may not be the same in the future. So this energetic shift, as I spoke about earlier, is ripping apart the whole dimension, and basically it's ripped apart, not ripping apart, and belief systems, especially in the third dimensional consciousness, into a new model that humanity has never witnessed before. So as an outcome of this, we are moving into an era where we will see things changing. Everything will change in the way we function, in the way we think, and in the way we work. The entire model, new wisdom in totality, will be available for us to work towards a different stage of consciousness. Now, I quickly would like to cover, though I can't go into detail, because to plot a individual chart is very unique. So, however, I'm just giving a rough reference of the Chinese zodiac and as well the Indian and the Western zodiac signs here. However, each chart will be more specific. There's an hour of birth, there's a day of birth, there's a month of birth, and there's a year of birth. And to cover this is practically impossible within this timing. However, what is the key here? There is going to be an intense shifting of consciousness and giving opportunity for most people around to awaken that is more than just an energetic shift. What is requiring is a spiritual change. I'm not talking about religion, neither race here, but a conceptual teachings that ego needs to be kept in check. There has to be gratitude, humility, as well as communal living moving forward. So the timeline shift is pretty close for all the zodiac. We are not talking about a 12 months movement of the sun sign over the zodiac signs, however, a 6 months movement on energy. So this is really going to be very intense. And what is it all about? It's about a conversion of energy or consciousness that will happen from April as of the spring equinox to October 2020. And from there is going to dictate where soul level consciousness is going to be sitting and how they have kind of learned their lessons and to overcome certain fear during these 6 months. So at the moment, courage is really required. Courage about there is hope. In the time of darkness, light will surely come through. And what is required is faith, hope, and gratitude, as well as that to know there's a higher force behind all of this. Grace is essentially important in the coming times. Okay. And moving on, as I said, I would not be able to talk in detail about the whole transition of energy and what it means, because there's just so much to cover in various topics. However, what is important today is to have a sense of healing within, which is essentially what every one of us here needs. Instead of fear, let's operate out of love and light. I would like to guide you quickly through a 2-minute meditation of light and love, irrespective of religion and race. I will leave it at your convenience and timing to go through the content of the next 2 slides. With this, I would like to say thank you for your timing and opportunity. We do have Facebook and all other social media accounts under BLUEROSE Malini. Please follow and click like us to receive more up-to-date information. We will try our level best to update content from BLUEROSE perspective of metaphysical content, and due to the current workload situation, we have not been able to post much contents, but we will try to improve this mechanism and keep it more up to date. Till we meet and or chat again. Thank you.